adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back seven, phenomenal. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Still 9 remaining on second down. Again, a run with Evans. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. An inside give to Jones. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
He's got the hookup with Dobbs. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Dobbs made the day 3 of the draft, and Green Bay loves the dimension he brings to their group of receivers, and that's speed. The head coach really wanted someone who could take the top off of a defense in the draft, and they got it in Romeo Dobbs out of Nevada. You can easily see him getting steadily more and more targets as the weeks go on.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss it.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash, this from 48. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before the break. Fields. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kicks.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi, my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel, that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's hear we eatin', talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad. Pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab. Pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the bag. Young Crizzle King, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That's embedded, you get it, treat it like a law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To the air, Allen. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Stuck for a loss by the safety, Eddie Jackson.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. Finding room at midfield. Look at the big man rumble. And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Kene Nwangu, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Fields going to keep it once more. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
His pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going. Good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Evans. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 1, Fields. He'll flip this out to Evans. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Fields on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Byron Pringle from 10 yards out. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The Packers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. Yeah, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Allen. That's complete to Dobbs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37. Handoff here to Nwangu. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Fields throw here into the hands of Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now Fields. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
On 4th down, Fields to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet, he's going to have the first down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
From just shy of midfield, Fields toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, all knotted up at 7.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd and 7, Fields got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Velus Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Now Allen. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys will lock.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
No surprise he was targeted on that play, because you and I both know quarterbacks like guys who can catch the ball, but they actually expect that. They love the guys who do something with it after the catch.
Impressive making him miss on that tackle attempt. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards, 1st down Packers.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's intercepted. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result,
looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide, usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw, Fields. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Past the 20. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll try the option right here on 3rd down. Now pitching it out to Evans. And some room to run now. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Darrington Evans, 77 yards. And the Bears are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Crosby connects on the extra point. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Crosby on now to kick it away. Pettis now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. He's going to air one out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of those overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll complete this one to Watson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Allen Lazard, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Pettis now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Bears on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Fields. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, it's Fields. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 107 yards on the ground for him now, as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. They find some open field here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 41 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now it's Fields. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Allen going to go on 4th down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got the hook up to Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
You said what? Nah. We had to. It wouldn't let us finish our game. Nah, I left the party because y'all kept talking. You was the first nigga. You last time when we was in the party, nigga. You let me get Washington's cuz. You said, yeah, you talking about Washington? Nah, I know he wasn't in the game because my fucking roster keep fucking changing, bro. I keep fucking having to change my rosters. Yeah, I keep having to fucking change it, bro. That shit retarded. But yeah, I just popped my man. We had to restart like 3 times. Damn, no. Matter of fact, I do.